Hawaii for a reason. So when you take me back to Hawaii...
The reason is cost. It's not because we didn't want to take them. Welcome back to Zebadextra v Phebo,
yes.
where today we will be reviewing the film Lilo and Stitch, Tim's top movie of the year.
I don't know about that.
Can you tell that our college student has moved back home for a few weeks?
Yeah.
I was like, what is that behind us in the shot? So he's not in his room right now, but so we've commandeered our film space, but we are enjoying having him back home. He is a treat.
He is. He very
We
much
played
is.
this game last night called Garlic Knot or something.
Garlic?
Garlic Knot? I don't know. But it's on Discord.
I guess.
And it's like Telestrations, but electronically, so you're drawing stuff and you take turns, and we had a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun till our phones all died.
Yeah, that's the thing about an electronic game.
Yeah, so
Can't play for 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah.
So we went to go see Lilo and Stitch.
Yes, we did.
Just right off the bat, Tim gave this film a 6.5, I think. I gave it, I think, an 8, 7.5, something like that.
That sounds right.
So I would say, as far as Disney live-action remakes go, this one followed the storyline, but not as intensely as the Lion King remake.
Yeah.
So it had a lot of the same lines, but then there was a lot of extras thrown in.
You know, for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, at the very beginning, it was like, oh, I have seen this film before.
So when you said that, I thought you were joking, because I was like, this is just Lilo and Stitch.
No, I knew it was.
Oh, okay.
I knew it was. But, I was just like, okay, I've seen this. I don't know if I need to really pay that much attention because I've already seen this film.
You didn't need to pay that much attention.
Well, I found that there were some things that, really drew me in.
Yeah.
Which, when they do their conversions, I don't always
remakes?
feel that way.
Gotcha.
I did feel that way with Little Mermaid.
That you got extras?
Yeah, I got extras.
Yeah.
I got drawn in.
Yeah, totally.
This one, same thing. I got drawn in. I think this was a good rebound
From
Snow White.
which we did not see. So we can't tell you anything about that one.
We did not see. But everything we've heard about it, it sounded pretty bad.
For sure it was a completely different team, right? Because that would have been, they were released so close.
I would think, yeah.
Probably the reason for me, I always fall asleep in animated movies, you know that. Mm-hmm. But when you have a live action remake, I'm really pulled in if it's a great actress. I loved Lilo and I loved Nani.
Yes.
David, I didn't really care about, but Lilo and Nani, they were great choices.
So, David, I'll be honest with you, I didn't...
You didn't remember he was in the cartoon?
I remembered he was in the cartoon, and I thought he only had one scene in it.
Yeah, it's very minimal.
And he's a little more engaged in this one.
Yeah.
But he's very kind of meh.
Yeah. He's there to facilitate the fact that the auntie is living next door, and she's important for the plot.
She is.
I liked him okay, but the stars were definitely Nani and Lilo, and then Zach Galifianakis. I had no idea he was going to be in this.
I didn't either.
But I was listening to the character before you see who he is, and I was like, I can tell this is a person I should recognize.
You know who I thought it was?
Who?
Ratatouille.
That's who I thought it was.
That's who I thought.
I was going to Google it, and I didn't have any internet, but I was like, they hired Ratatouille again?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And then the other guy that I don't remember his name, the guy with the one eyeball, I thought...
What is it? Patton Oswalt.
Yeah. But I thought the one eyeball guy was the guy that you love that plays the front desk guy of that Will Ferrell movie we saw recently where you really like his voice.
Oh,
he plays Fix It Felix. I thought it was that guy.
Oh, see, I didn't. I had no clue who that one was, but I swear I thought the other one was Ratatouille.
Sounded a lot like Patton Oswalt.
And then when it came out and it was Zach Galifianakis, I was like,
huh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that now.
Yeah.
So,
But he didn't have like some of the swagger that he has in some of his characters because that's not the kind of character that was. So you couldn't catch that part of it. But he was good. So semi spoiler: some of the characters are animated the whole time, such as Stitch. But some of the characters cease being their animated alien forms and become humans for the purposes of the film.
Right.
So.
And they were just. It was fun. Mm-hmm. This was a very fun movie.
Fun-loving. The kids in our theater were just laughing their heads off because Lilo and Stitch together, they were just hilarious. They were having such a fun time being naughty, being silly. And you know what I got from this that I never got from the animated was the parallel of Nani struggling to teach Lilo how to be good, and it's okay that you're bad sometimes because everybody is.
Yeah.
And then to watch Lilo teach that to Stitch.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe I just never pay attention to the animated one, but I didn't catch that.
So I felt like in the animated one, here's the thing. When it was animated, like, I didn't really care.
Yeah.
I didn't care that Nani was having a hard time with things. Because
I was cared about that.
It was just an animation.
Yeah.
But when they put that live character in there, and you see like the expressions on a live person's face about how she's like trying to deal with all these issues, and
plus they built a lot more in about her story and like what she could be doing instead of watching her sister.
Yes.
And then they do more with like the social worker trying to help the fit, and you just are like, what would be the right answer here?
Yeah.
It was great. I thought they did a great job.
I loved it.
So it didn't get higher than a 6.5 for you because, like, what were some cons?
It was just
personally, it's not your type of movie.
It wasn't that I didn't love it. I just felt like there could have been a little bit more on some things. I'm trying not to give anything away.
Yeah, I got it.
But I just felt like, I don't know. This was definitely better, in my opinion, than the cartoon. And I would recommend everybody go see this.
Definitely.
Because it was fun.
Yeah.
Whether
it's going to make you
it,
feel like a kid again. But then if you're an adult, you really relate to Nani.
Yeah. And not only that, but like, I was laughing at some of the stunts that I knew were coming. I really loved the hot tube.
Oh, the portals was totally new for the film. I don't remember that in the animated thing, and I feel like it was great. It was a great addition.
It was.
Sorry, spoiler portals, but it was great.
And the fun part about that, the portals, was if you've played the video game Portal,
which I haven't, but I've watched like him and the kids play.
It's like that.
Yeah.
It gets fun like that.
Yeah, it was really cute.
Yeah, and so I don't know if I gave it a 6.5. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, maybe it's a bit higher than that. Yeah. 7.5.
I think probably by the, like, when we get out of a kids movie too, you get out of it and you're kind of like, okay, I'm ready to move on with the next thing. So maybe that brought it down a little bit because you were like, I've been in a dark theater with a bunch of kids kicking my chair. You
know what? That was the downside. Yeah. That right there was the downside. Yeah. Like, literally the tap, 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 tap.
I think because we didn't go to Fat Cats. We're used to having the wall behind our chair and we can recline.
It is. That's
But in this
true.
one, we were in a huge theater.
Yes.
Which had great sound. I mean, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. This film was gorgeous. It made me feel like we were right back in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And just the scenery and everything, and you felt the community of Hawaii. But there were so many kids in there, and our seats were going like this. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we did not bring the kids to Hawaii for a reason. So when you take me back to Hawaii...
The reason is cost. It's not because we didn't want to take them.
When you take me back to Hawaii, let's leave the kids.
Yeah. Kids deserve Hawaii too, Dad.
Well, I've told my daughter when she turns 16, we can do Hawaii.
We'll see.
Yeah.
That's only 3 years away now.
It is only 3 years away now.
That's almost the same time that I want you to take me to Italy.
Why can't we do both? We'll do a Italy trip.
Yeah, just, go on the way to Italy.
Yeah.
They're close.
You're very close.
Yeah. All right, so what
that way, if we did it right, we could fly to Hawaii and then fly to Italy and then fly home, and we will have circumnavigated the globe.
That's been on my bucket list. Ding, 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 ding.
I mean, what isn't? Who doesn't
have that?
Yeah.
To fly around the world in 80 days.
We could do it in 2 weeks.
Okay, anything else that they need to know about this film?
Make sure your popcorn is buttered.
I got sick off our popcorn.
We both did actually.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. I don't think that they could have cast any better. I wasn't disappointed by that.
Nope. The little girl was awesome. Nani was a star.
Nani was so good.
She was.
Did
fabulous.
you tear up at all? I did. I teared up the part where she was super strong, and I teared up at the very end.
I can't remember that I did.
I think you told me that you didn't, but I did.
Yeah, I don't remember doing that, but I could see how that might want to, tug a tear or two out.
Yeah.
Not a film you have to see in the theaters.
No, but if you want to feel like you're back in Hawaii, man.
But if you do, go to IMAX.
Is that what we did? We did IMAX?
No, we did. I don't know. We did the one with the sound.
Something.
Yeah, we did Platinum or something. Which was really good because the sound was kind of more intense.
Why are you suggesting IMAX then?
Because IMAX has usually a better visual screen. Okay. Like ours was beautiful.
Yeah.
But I think IMAX would have kind of made it pop a little bit more.
Well, this is no Mission Impossible. So I give this an 8. Tim maybe is changing his
I will.
score.
I'll give it a 7.5.
Okay.
I will. On retrospection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to be able to compare that score to other things we've watched, we just put a review up for The Accountant 2, if you want to go see our review of that. And the next one coming is going to be for Mission Impossible 5001.
Do you know what I really recommend?
What?
Watching The Accountant 2 synopsis that we gave.
I recommend that too, yes.
Yeah, I give that.
You should probably watch that before you go see Lilo and Stitch. Required content.
I would run right out and go watch that because that was like, to me, and not biased at all.
No.
I would give it like a 9.
That review?
9 out of 10. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you stopping by for this. We hope that you found it helpful.
Yeah.
Let us know your thoughts about the film in the comments below. And if there are any films you want us to see, let us know.
Yeah, and what I would say is if you've watched the Snow White, let us know how you feel between the two, comparing them.
Or let us know a pro and a con of that film. We'll see you back next time. Take care until then.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye.